welcome back, and this is a continuation of the diagnosis of what's going on with the car. And the issue that we ran into was, you know, at the time I didn't know. So this is a continuation, and the reason why things look a little bit different, the car looks different, is because I'm recording this after the fact, and I was originally going to make the video one whole video, but you know, at the time it just seemed too long, and I figured making it into two different videos seemed a little bit easier and better to watch instead of having, you know, a 30-minute video of some sort. So yeah, so at the time the car was making a weird noise and couldn't figure it out. So now this video is just kind of going into what I did to figure it out, what I did to fix it, and going into it. And as the video says, you know, it's the injector seals. We blew one out. I'm not sure how that happened, when it happened, but that's what was wrong with it. And you know, I kind of show you guys how to, you know, figure it out, how to get everything off, get the injectors out. But it was a bit of a hassle. I mean, it's easy now because I've done it multiple times. Not multiple times, but I've gone under many times to know it's easy now. So yeah, so I apologize that, you know, I'm kind of throwing you into the video with little or no context. So this is what I'm trying to do, but hopefully this helps you guys out. But just know that the previous video and this video kind of go together, so that way you guys can, you know, follow it that way. So yeah, let's go to Past Me, and he'll let you know what's going on.
Starting to feel like a nuisance to you. Yes, here we are.
All right, we're doing a quick update to kind of give you an idea of where we're at with the car and what we gotta have to do. So car's here, it's in my shop, JBA, and right now it's just kind of sitting here. I had to leave it here last night because I couldn't do what I needed to do. So got everything taped up, and we removed that so that way we can, you know, get the fuel line kind of taken off so we can pull this out. Yeah, so this is gonna be a lot more complicated than I anticipated it to be, only because there's a lot more things that need to be done. So here's the fuel lines, here's one, here's the other one, and yeah, so what I've done so far to kind of give you an idea is, yeah, so I've taken everything off, taped these up. Make sure you tape these because you don't want anything falling into your valves and into the cylinder and then causing more issues. What I've done is, yeah, so I took this off, and this is pretty simple. I think it was a 17 millimeter that fit. I don't know exactly what the other, you know, what other measurement it would be, but I remember it was a 17 millimeter. And what I'm gonna have to do is take this off here and remove this bracket. Now this bracket holds onto the manifold, so that way it doesn't move. It's just another place to secure. So but yeah, that's gonna have to be taken off. And there's a couple bolts back here, and from what I can feel, it's only 2, and removing that will help us get this foam that's back here, that's you know, hugging all these hoses and stuff, and we're able to get to that one back there. There's one right here, exactly the same one as this one, so then that way we can take this fuel line off. But until then, what's up, Nate?
I might accidentally drop this on your car.
Don't do that. Yeah, and then we're just gonna try and pull these out. And you know, I'm reading. It says that you need a special tool, but I've talked to a bunch of people. They said that you don't need it. So we're just gonna use, you know, maybe a pry bar or something like that to just do it bit by bit and get under here and try and pull it out. So that way it makes it easier. But for right now, we're just going to wait because I'm working and don't want to get yelled at. But that's what we're gonna do, is take this off, and that way we can get to that portion of the fuel line. So that's what we're gonna do, is we're going to take this off so we can get to that hole back there, and then pull these out, and then hopefully get to the injectors. So I haven't seen anybody else do this, and from my understanding, you know, no one's had to do it. So hopefully it's the injectors, and I'm hoping this is a lot easier than what I think it's gonna be, but you never know. So yeah, so when I get the chance, I will get started at taking this off and moving forward. Alrighty, so we got these bolts out, and this one's a little hard, so you'll have to get it, you know, with a wrench or something like that. It's either a half, and the half is kind of tight, or 13 millimeter. That's what I used, so that came out pretty good. Was able to get that bracket off and get these off as well, so that way, you know, they can get out. It took some finagling to get it out because it was kind of tight, but outside of that, once I got it out, I took it out that way. It was, you know, just needed to move a couple things. Just careful with the wires. This is what it looks like. So it sits in the back of the engine like so, and just be careful. One of these does kind of stay in place, but this other one doesn't, so it'll yeah, it'll fall out, and it's kind of long too, so just be careful with that. But outside of that, we got everything in. To get this one was kind of rough. I had to come in this angle as you're looking. Now let me grab the wrench. So how I did it is I kind of went in like this angle, and that's it worked that way. So it was I mean, I just had to do a couple turns and then flipped, turn, flip, turn, and that worked. So, and it's not on there very tight, it's just like tight enough so like when you do a couple turns, then you can do it by your fingers. So it's pretty simple. So now that we have it all disconnected, I'm just gonna double check, but I think that's everything that's connected to the fuel rail. So now it's trying to figure out how to get these out. I'm not sure how I'm gonna do that, but I'm just gonna see what I can think of and what I can use to, like, you know, just pop them off. Oh, this one seems to be just coming up easily. Oh, maybe this one is just a little on there, so that's good to know. See, it's like super wiggly, so that's good news. I'm not sure why this one's on there a lot tighter. I'm gonna double check to see if maybe it's bolted somewhere, which I highly doubt, but never hurts to double check. But that's cool. I'm glad this one's out, so we can start on this side, get that side done, buttoned up, put that back in, and then we only have to worry about this side. So yeah, I'm super stoked that this is loose. So this is gonna make at least this side much easier. Yeah, once I get the injectors pulled out, we'll take a look and see how they look, and see if the seals are messed up, and if that's where we're getting the bad, you know, because I believe cylinder 2 is over here, but I could be wrong. So yeah, let me go ahead and take this out and we'll take a look. So we got the injectors out. Everything looks pretty good. So I'm just gonna do a quick cleaning of these, and I just have to put just got to put the seal on this one, but this isn't the one that was messed up. I just wanted to see how easy it was to get these on enough, and honestly, They're super hard. So yeah, there's a lot that goes into this when you're going to actually switch these out. So there is a direction that they need to go. There's like an alignment thing. Long story short, just yeah, that's for a different video. But yeah, so I need to get the seals on this one, and then I'm going to put these back because they're all good, and I'm going to check the other side because that's where cylinder number 2 is, and I believe it's this one right here that's bad. So we'll see if that's the case. But right now everything's looking good. I'm going to put a rag down here to keep anything from going into the engine, but outside of that, you know, everything's looking pretty good. So I gotta stop now because I gotta get back to work, but hopefully by the end of the day I can continue going and then maybe drive it home today. We'll see how that goes. We found the culprit here. You can see it is missing the seals. There was one there, but it broke. As soon as I touched it, it fell apart. But this bottom one was missing, so there are 2 that are there. As you can see, it kind of got all over it, and down here, can't really see it all that well. Let me see. Shine a little light. Oh, there we go. Yeah, that's black. And you can even tell that fuel was coming out, and it just looks bad. So, getting some brake clean to clean it up. Now, I had to do a couple things to make sure I could get that fuel rail out. The bank 1, bank 2. Bank 1 came out easy. That was just popping it out, no big deal. But bank 2 is a little bit more of a tricky thing. So this is the fuel rail. Oops, it's a little E85 in that. Now this is the fuel rail here, and I had to take this off in order to get that out because you kind of had to finagle it a little bit. There is a wire still attached to it, so that's why it's not completely out like the other one was, but it's just fine because I'm just cleaning it and then putting the other ones in there. But on this end right here, it's back here, and honestly it is a pain in the butt to get in there, so you're gonna have to figure a way to get your wrench in there or some sort of something to be able to loosen it up. I had to go from like a bunch of different angles to make it work, but that's it. We found the problem. Let's hope that it's didn't damage anything in the cylinder in itself, which I don't think it did, but you never know. Let's hope that it's just that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna switch out all of these on this bank. The other side I only did cylinder 1, just because I figured it would be one, I had already ripped them off, and so I had to replace them, but figured. So like I was saying, sorry, the compressor turned on. So right now all I'm doing is I'm just cleaning the injectors, and I'm gonna clean in there, so that way, I mean, look at this is terrible, but I'm hoping that nothing in the cylinder is bad. I mean, that's all I can really hope for, and yeah, just do my best to clean it out and put everything back together, and hopefully you know, we get everything's running back to normal, just because I really hope there's no other damage inside of the cylinder, just because it's been running the way it has. Yeah, so that's what we're doing, and I will show you guys in a little more in-depth thing on how I get the seals on here, and so you guys can see that, and then you guys can do it yourselves. Honestly, this is definitely a multiple day thing. It's not just you know, oh, I can do this in an afternoon. And the only reason why I say that is because you definitely want to be careful, or you can just get your parts and then you might be able to do it. The only reason why it took me a while is because I need to get parts and testing a lot of things and figuring out if this is going to work or not. So but a huge shout out to Mike at Redbarn Racing. I hit him up. He's the one who told me about the seals and kind of gave me some ideas on how that's going to work and how to make it work. So and what I need to be doing. So right now I'm super grateful to him. I'm super grateful for him taking the time to be able to help me out. So thank you, Mike. I definitely appreciate it, and everybody else who's been giving me their input of seeing if this is working. So I'm gonna go ahead and clean that out, and then we'll put the seals on, and then that's it. These little guys right here, I don't know if you can see it, they're small and they're tough, so it's hard to get it on the over the nozzle here. So I just use this pen. I put that on top and I kind of squeeze down until it goes about here, because then you don't run the risk of it breaking. It just stretches it, and then that way it'll stretch it enough so you can put it around there and it'll be good to go. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the 2 on there.
Hey.
Hi, Mike.
Hey.
Hey. Okay. She's buttoned up. She's backed in together. Now it's time to fire it up and hope I did everything correct. My GoPro died. So she's all buttoned up. Oh, man. All right. We're gonna let it prime for a second. See. Engine power reduced, don't worry. I can clear that. Okay. Okay, so everything is good. Let me check the floor. Can I see your light?
Yeah. I got a better one.
I don't see no drips. No drippy drips. Okay. I think it's can you aim it more that way? It's probably from when I dripped earlier. I don't see anything else. All right. Here we go. Come on. Give me the money, baby. Give me the money. Oh. All the carbon that was sitting in there. My dudes! She lives! Yo! I'm not hearing anything. Yeah. So far, so good. I don't.
We're good.
Wait.
What? Oh, there's one right there. It's coming from.
Yeah. Can you get a?
What do I need?
Can you touch it?
Hang on. No. Too short.
Let's see.
There was a mini.
Well, guys, she's back in the garage. No more of that sound. I am super excited. From the beginning of that weird noise until now, I was super unsure of what the issue was. I knew it had to do something, because when I heard it the first time, it was weird. And then when we did more digging, we knew that it was under the manifold. That was awesome, and just to know like where it was located. And then, you know, for me it was like, okay, now I got to dig deeper and eliminate things. So eliminating the throttle body, the manifold, making sure everything is tight, and then just going straight to the injectors makes me feel really good about myself, and the fact that I'm starting to be able to diagnose things. and learning more about the car. I am not an expert whatsoever. I did get a crap ton of help. The injector seal, actual being able to know that that was the problem, was Mike from Redbarn Racing, and I definitely cannot thank that man enough, because without it, I would have never, I probably would have gone with new injectors. It's not a bad idea, but you know, I spent $30 as opposed to, you know, over $300 for new injectors. But regardless, I'm so happy the car is working. Definitely going to be taking it super slow for the next few days, maybe a couple weeks, letting the seals just, you know, because I'm sure they'll fit into their position, but just to give it time, give the car some time, because I have no idea driving the car like that what it did to it. And I'm sure there was some dirt that fell into the cylinder. I'm gonna try and get a new oil change done as soon as possible, just to help make things a lot more run smoother. So that's what I'm hoping for. I'm glad it's not worse than what I thought it is, but you know, time will tell if there's more going on with it. We're sticking to E85. We're not changing back to anything else. So yeah, again, you know, reach out to me. I'm so glad I made this video. I couldn't go a whole lot into doing it because I was in a bit of a time pinch to do all this stuff, but hopefully this helps you guys out, being able to diagnose it, being able to find it, and be able to swap it out, and then being able to get to go. I did try and film as much as I could, but mind you, I was at work, so I had to be at work, and then I had to, you know, I had to do it on my lunch break or after work, and either it was getting too dark or, you know, I ran out of time. And trying to do the video with cars and compressors and stuff all the way around, it didn't really help trying to make good video. But again, I hope there's enough content in here for any of you who are trying to figure out how to do this. Let me know and down in the comments, like, what you think and what you would have done differently. I will post up the seals and the numbers that they are, so that way you all know exactly which ones I used and and which ones are for the car. Don't be dumb like I did and lose 3 of them. So I didn't do all of them like I originally was planning to do. I am gonna buy more, and later down the line, I will probably end up swapping them all out. I think maybe during the time when I do get the valves walnut blasted and cleaned, I will probably end up doing that all at the same time, just so that way it's good to go. But for now, the car's running great. All the other seals look fine from what I saw. I didn't see any other like seals that had any issues. It was just happened to be that one. So that's all I really got. Again, thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for being on this journey. It was super stressful for me, and I'm sure a lot of you may go through this. Please don't stress out. I do recommend not driving the car in that condition. I shouldn't have, but I was just trying to diagnose what the whole issue was, and thankfully nothing happened to the car as far as I can tell. And yeah, it's looking pretty good. So again, thank you. Please comment down below, you know, share it with somebody that you think may have that same issue, because $30 part, I mean, if you're in San Diego, I will help you with this. It is a huge thing to do, and it's scary because you're dealing with your fuel, you're dealing with the internals. So it's definitely something that can be kind of scary, but please feel free to reach out to me if you're in the San Diego area or close, and I'll try and do my best to either go to you or you come to me, and we'll make it a weekend or a day of it, and you know, we'll make sure you get your car back on track if that is the issue. But outside of that, I'm just so happy right now, so I'm repeating myself constantly. But again, thank you again for watching, and yeah, we'll see you guys on the next one.